Yogurt is a great tool for fat loss, especially if it's Greek or skyr yogurt. These two types of yogurts are really high in protein, which is essential for preventing hunger and cravings and just making achieving a fat loss goal so much easier. In fact, full fat yogurt, which is the only type of yogurt that I buy, has actually been found to be inversely associated with obesity. This means that people who eat full fat yogurt are less likely to be obese. And even though yogurt on its own is seriously such a nutrient dense, such a great tool for fat loss, there are actually 10 different foods that you could add to your yogurt to double down on the benefits. Let's dive into it. My name's Autumn. I'm a certified clinical nutritionist with my master's in nutrition human performance, and today's video is sponsored by Element. More on them in a bit. Okay, first up we have pistachios and almonds. Nuts in general are great. They're high in quality fat, which is another important factor to help boost satiety and prevent craving, and just again make achieving a weight loss goal so much easier, because when you're not hungry, the whole experience is so much more enjoyable and so much easier. But almonds and pistachios specifically have been highlighted in research to help raise GLP-1, which is one of our satiety hormones, which means that it can help you to feel even more full and even more satisfied. However, one caveat, just make sure to not get the mixed like nuts and pistachios that also have a lot of dried fruit or really any dried fruit in there, or the candied versions of these nuts. This will all add in various forms of added sugar, which can bypass satiety and not actually help serve your goals. Roasted though is totally fine. Sadly, I've not been able to eat almonds right now though. I'm currently pregnant and it's like the one trigger food for me. I just can't tolerate. Okay, next up we have one that might seem like a little odd, but it is eggs. Now this one isn't exactly like put an egg in your yogurt, although people do like hard-boiled eggs in like a yogurt bowl, which is like a savory yogurt bowl, and it's delicious. However, what I'm talking about specifically is with protein waffles or with protein pancakes. So I make my protein waffles and protein pancakes with banana and egg, as well as obviously my protein powder as the base, but then instead of maple syrup, I put yogurt, specifically skyr yogurt, on top, and I usually use like a half cup of it. I use a lot, and that acts as my topping, but it also helps contribute all of those ingredients together to make my meal so satisfying and provide a lot of protein to help prevent muscle loss and make sure that I'm not slowing my metabolism. Plus, eggs are just incredibly nutrient dense. If you guys haven't tried my chocolate chip protein waffles, which you can also make into protein pancakes, I have a full video where I show how I prep 38 waffles for the entire week so I can have breakfast ready in like literally a minute. I'll have that video linked right here if you want to check that out. Okay, number 3 is peanut butter. Now, peanut butter is separate from nuts because it's not actually technically a nut, it is a legume, and it does have some protein, although longtime followers of my channel know that peanut butter really isn't like the best source of protein. But peanut butter does provide some fat, which fat and protein work together to help raise satiety and prevent hunger and make you feel full and satisfied. Plus, throwing peanut butter in a yogurt bowl, it's delicious. Okay, next up, number 4, we have chia seeds. Another one of my all-time favorite foods. Chia seed really helps to boost the fiber content of your yogurt because yogurt on its own is not going to have fiber. But yogurt does have a natural source of probiotics, which is why it's a great gut healthy tool, in addition to obviously supporting a weight loss goal. But chia seeds also has those similar benefits. Because it is so rich in fiber, it also helps feed the good gut bacteria, making it great for gut health, and the fiber helps you raise GLP-1, again, making it so that you're more satisfied from your meal. So you could just sprinkle it on top, but what I like to do is make chia pudding with yogurt. So you just use about 3 tablespoons or so. I've actually shared a couple of high protein chia pudding recipes before in the past that are so good and that use a skyr and chia pudding. So if you want my latest recipe, the tropical lemon chia pudding recipe, I will have it linked down in the description below in a blog post. It's also found in my body recomposition program, so I'll have that pop up here somewhere. But what I really love about chia pudding as well is, especially if you're short on time, you can prep like an entire week's worth of breakfast or breakfast or lunches in just a matter of minutes. You just make a big bowl of the chia pudding, you throw all the ingredients in, and then you just divvy it up between different containers depending on how many servings you're making, and you just grab it out of the fridge when you're ready to have it, and that's it. It is so simple and so great. Now, before I move on to number 5, I want to give a huge thank you to today's sponsor, Element. Element is an amazing electrolyte company that was specifically created with intermittent fasting, athletes, and whole food eating in mind. It actually contains sodium, magnesium, and potassium to help balance out lost electrolyte levels, all without having any sugar, making it such a great tool while on your wellness journey as well. I've been using Element every single day for years now. It's been like 3+ years at this point. I feel so much better, so much more properly hydrated when I'm drinking Element. In fact, when I was breastfeeding and I had to drink even more water, I found that I actually needed about 2 elements per day to keep up with my hydration needs. The few random days that I forget to take Element, I notice the difference. I feel lower in energy. I feel more lethargic. I just don't feel myself. But when I do take Element, I just feel so much better. And Element makes it really easy to do with all their delicious delicious flavors. My all-time favorite is grapefruit, but they also currently have their limited release chocolate medley. Each box comes with 10 chocolate raspberry, 10 chocolate chai, and 10 chocolate mint. These are really great with hot water to replace other sugary chocolate drinks while still getting your important electrolytes in. So it's really perfect for those cold nights when you want to cozy up with a little treat that is also in line with your wellness goals. And right now, Element is offering my viewers a free sample pack with any order. That's 8 single-serve packets free with any Element order. It's a really great way to test out all 8 flavors, so you can get yours at drinkelement.com/autumn. This is only available through my link, so make sure to check out drinklmnt.com/autumn. The link is also in the description down below. Next up, we have basil seeds, or edible basil seeds rather. These are actually really similar to chia seeds, at least in terms of benefits and how you use them. You can make like a chia pudding, but a basil seed pudding with edible basil seeds the same way that you would with chia seeds. But the reason why some people will choose to use edible basil seeds over chia seeds is because edible basil seeds don't have lectins. They also have double the fiber. The one issue is it can tend to be a lot more expensive depending on where you're getting it. So I personally don't have a problem with chia seeds. I tolerate them very well. So I usually use chia seeds. But if you're more sensitive to lectins, if you have some gut health issues, and if you're really looking to double up on your fiber, then edible basil seeds would be a good swap that you can use in your chia puddings with Greek yogurt or skyr. Okay, and then next up we have protein powder. So as I mentioned earlier, I use my protein powder to make protein pancakes and protein waffles, and then I'll top the skyr on there. But another way that you can use it is actually to cut through the sourness that the unsweetened yogurts have. This is a huge hack, especially if you're not used to having just unsweetened skyr or unsweetened Greek yogurt. And if it's just too sour for you, you can add a scoop of zero added sugar protein powder, like my vanilla protein powder, which is so great inside of yogurt. I just got a whiff of it, so good. And it helps to add that hint of sweetness, that hint of vanilla flavor, but without like the extra 11 to 15 grams of added sugar that you would get if you get the regular flavored yogurt. And then of course it's going to add an extra 10 grams of protein. So you're just getting another boost of high quality protein to support those wellness and fat loss goals. So I love using vanilla, but I do have some clients who like to put in my chocolate protein powder as well. Either way, I'll have my protein powder linked up here as well as in the description below if you want to check it out. It is so good. I specifically developed to actually taste great in recipes because that is how I use protein powder. I don't just use it in like a shaker bottle. I use it for recipes to also be used with other whole food, high quality ingredients, and other protein powders just tasted so artificial and so overpowering and never tasted good in recipes. And on to number 7, and that's raspberries. Raspberries are very high in fiber and also very low in sugar. So especially if you're carb sensitive, it's like one of the best fruits to opt for. But if you're also looking to up your fiber content to help raise satiety and again work toward that fat loss goal, then raspberries is a great option to add on top of like a yogurt bowl. You get about 7 grams of fiber per cup of raspberries, which is insanely high for fruit. So just take some yogurt, put the raspberries on there, put some like almonds or pistachios on there, and you have a complete meal that's full of protein, fat, and fiber to help keep you satisfied and support your goals. And it'll taste great. Okay, number 8 is another one of my all-time favorites, and that is cacao. So if you don't know what cacao is, it's the raw, unsweetened form of chocolate, and it is surprisingly high in fiber. As we talk about all the time, protein, fat, and fiber is what we need to help keep us satisfied and support a fat loss and wellness goal. And 1 ounce of cacao has 9 grams of fiber. It's kind of nuts. It's also really rich in antioxidants. What I like to do is actually grind up in a coffee grinder some cacao so it makes like a cacao powder. I don't like to buy the pre-ground cacao because then you get increased oxidation because it's pre-ground. Same thing with like pre-ground coffee. So I'll just quickly like give it a little blitz so it's a powdery form and stir that into my yogurt and make like this chocolatey yogurt bowl. That's where if you combine it with my chocolate protein powder, it'd be so good. But if you like more of the crunchiness that the cacao nibs have, you could add it as more of a topping to a yogurt bowl. Okay, number 9 is collagen. So specifically like an unflavored collagen powder. Now collagen has a lot of noted benefits, namely that it could help with skin health and it could help with joint health. So if you're looking for ways to sneak in collagen, then stirring it into yogurt is a great way to do that. For myself right now during pregnancy, it's actually something that I am taking daily, and I take it along with my protein powder so I get enough high quality protein, but then I also get the supplemental collagen too. Because collagen is not a complete protein, I don't want to replace it, but I still want to make sure I'm getting extra collagen because it is really important for especially my growing belly right now. But for whatever reason why you might want to be using it, collagen does stir really easily into yogurt, so it's a really really great way to sneak it in. Okay, and then number 10, we have coconut flakes. Coconut flakes or coconut in general is really rich in medium chain triglycerides or MCT, and that specific type of fat has been found to help boost satiety and prevent cravings as well. I like to get these larger coconut flakes versus the coconut shreds, and if I have like an extra minute or so, I'll quickly toast it up over the stovetop so they get really crunchy, and then I'll put that on top of like either a smoothie that has the yogurt in it or on a yogurt bowl. It just adds a nice crunch that's satisfying and also rich in that high quality fat to also support my goals. Which I mentioned eggs earlier, and eggs are another one of those foods that are really supportive of a weight loss and fat loss goal. However, you can pair it with other foods to help double down on the benefits. So if you want to check out that list, I'll have it linked with this video right here. Also, if you're new to my channel and you love this science-backed information, make sure you subscribe right here. Come out new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next video.